All right, so I got every time the Orks has actually won in Warhammer 40k lore. Let's get the video.
Get out. Although every faction in 40k has their shares of L's and dubs, it isn't exactly a 50-50 split.
True.
Some factions, like the Imperium, end up winning most of the time due to their technical status as the protagonists. Likewise, the Tau often win because they can't really afford to lose too often due to being the smallest empire. However, the Tyranids and Orks get slapped more than a fat ass at a strip club due to their
I didn't even mean to pause right there. I was actually going to pause it, but that was actually a really funny point to pause it at. But, I mean, to be honest with you, man, like, GW is basically controlling like this whole thing. Obviously, this whole thing is fiction. So, you know, no matter what happens, you know, in the story, GW, like, came up with this whole thing. So, at the end of the day, like for like the smaller groups or for like the smaller factions, you know, to continue to like, you know, live on and stuff like that, they're gonna win all these like clutch battles and stuff like that. I don't think GW is gonna be like, I mean, they could, I mean, it is their, like, it's their franchise, so anything can happen, anything can go on. But whenever it comes to like these smaller factions and stuff like that, I mean, I don't really expect them to really go out like that. So I mean, I don't really, I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. I'm not really complaining about it, but it's just like, you know, obviously, like the Salamanders, whenever they come through and they help out and they win, a lot of their wins aren't half at all. It's the whole win for them. We don't split wins. We don't divide our wins. Like, this isn't like, you know, oh, I get this, you get this. No, when the Salamanders come through and, you know, and they win their battle, they win their battle. There is no, oh, we need help from them, or we need help from the Ultramarines. Like, we don't need help from nobody. But that's just me, you know, just speaking on behalf of the Salamanders, you know.
massive numbers and low amount of named characters. GW has no issue using them as massive punching bags. You could argue that Orks are even worse, as during their big war with the Tyranids, that being the Octarius War, the Tyranids actually won. So the Orks are literally the most beaten and battered faction in the entire setting.
I mean, well, if you think about it, bro, the Orks, their whole purpose is to fight. So, like, you know, I don't really see that as, like, I don't really see that as a bad thing, because, bro, the Orks, like, they don't really have, like, any, like their whole motive and driving force is to fight, bro. Like, they don't have, like, you know, it's not like they're trying to, like, you know, win Super Bowl rings. Like, they just want to fight. Like, there's no ultimate end goal for them. They just, again, even if they died, I think they release like more like cells or whatever that creates more Orks or something like that. I think I heard that from somewhere. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna use anybody, you know, as like a like a punching bag, you know, you're probably gonna use the Orks, because like all they want to do is fight. So
that begs the question, when have the Orks actually won? Before we get started, October continued major mini releases.
All right, we're back.
However, we have the Ork Spider Truck. Vehicles are often underrated and unappreciated by model creators, especially with how ingenious and unconventional
Who made this
when it comes to their manufacturing.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. If I was like a bro, if I was in a Warhammer universe, bro, I'll kind of be like a Elon Musk in a way, bro. I'll be building so much stuff, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I would be taxing the Emperor, bro, times 10. Bro, I'll make him like the best of the best type of stuff, bro. Rocket ships, bro, weapons, whatever he want. But I can't lie to you, everybody, and I mean everybody, yo, Vulcan, you too. Everybody's getting taxed, bro. Bro, I'm Mr. IRS itself. I'm Uncle Sam, bro. I'm taxing everybody, but that's just me.
So we wanted to try and capture that by getting the Orks to build something they believe is terrifying to their foes, and yeah, it kind of is, but it's also kind of cute. It features a vicious panoply of front-mounted weapons.
That is not cute.
However, it also acts as a troop transport. Unenclosed, of course. Orks need to see what's going on. You could actually fit a couple of Orks in the back, with the Tuska Demon-Killa fitting quite easily, and he's a pretty big boy. It's also designed to be quite modular, so you can really determine which way you want every weapon to be facing. Overall, something quite different from major minis. However, we have
it does look useful.
For Ork vehicles,
I'll admit that.
Consider this the first, and if it does well, I have plans for more. There's also a bunch of other major minis available, including the Tuska Demon-Killa, the King Ork, as well as Warriors from the Emperor's armies, the Space Elves, the Chaotic Legions, amongst many more.
Oh wow, okay.
It's actually pretty fat right now. Shipping is only $10 worldwide, or free if you spend over $75. Today I'll go over every time the Orks have actually won a conflict. I'm not talking about winning a skirmish or starting off well and then losing. I'm talking Orks that are definitely the winners of a conflict and can move on from that conflict with their victory in tow.
Okay.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it!
We first need to elaborate on why the Orks rarely seem to win. Although Orks are fun, they aren't exactly the most sophisticated, relatable, or deep types of people. As such, whilst the few novels that have come out with them at the helm are good books, you aren't going to get that Horus Heresy level depth or longevity. And since the protagonists rarely lose in their own books, unless of course you're the Eldar, Orks just end up with the short end of the stick. Combine this with the fact that they have very few named models, hence they can kill off their in-law named characters without any impact on the tabletop game, and you have a recipe for Pound Town. However, that isn't always the case. case, and the Orks have in fact won on occasion. This
Okay.
first example isn't actually a true Ork victory, despite what happened, which quite nicely illustrates the fact that Orks never seem to win, but I'll include it anyway.
Bro, like, but like, here's the thing, right? You gotta look at it like this way, bro. Bro, the Orks, their style, like, and this is all the things that I'm learning and I'm hearing, by the way. So, like, you listen, if I say something wrong, bro, don't kill me. I'm just a messenger. But listen, real life though, if you look at the Orks, bro, their style, like their tactics, like whenever it comes to battle, bro, they don't like nobody doing nothing, bro. Like, bro, if somebody come through, let's like for example, me, I got the Orks, right? Me and the Orks, and you got you and some advanced group with like advanced technology, and you got you got like Donald Trump planes, like, bro, you got all types of jets, planes, just dropping all types of bombs, right? To all types of Moabs. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Bro, no wonder they lose a lot. No wonder they get stumped on, because in the Orc size, they're like, yo, like, bro, let's just, you know, buck it out. No weapon, well, no weapons. You know, you bring your weapons, we bring ours, whatever, and let's just buck it out. Bro, not everybody's like you. Orcs, not everybody has the same mentality as you. I understand you want like a fair, just all-out traditional war where it's just like, you know, we're in the front lines, you're in the front lines, and we charge at each other like, roar. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not charging at you. I don't want to smell your breath. I'm dropping Moabs. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, it's Modern Warfare 3. I'm dropping Moabs, bro. That's just me. Comment down below what you guys think about that, because I think their tactics are absolutely booty juice.
The beast. This is when a bunch of Orks randomly became Primarchs, empowered the entire Ork War to new heights, and then had the Imperial's mercy. They wiped out the Imperial fists, won many battles on many worlds, and were only stopped by Vulcan himself sacrificing his life, and then the Imperium introducing blankness into the Ork War, like putting an air bubble in an artery. So whilst the Orks were devastating and won many battles during this war, the War of the Beast ended in Imperial victory. I included it to show what I mean by the Orks being used as a threatening but constantly beaten antagonist. Orc victories from now on will be more accurate. Like, I can't even talk about fucking Rin's world, where the Orcs almost wiped out the Crimson Fists and their entire homeworld. However, was stopped last second by the Eldar, because despite the Orcs winning 95% of the time, they lost the final battle. This is hard, man, but I like it hard.
They're not
most notable victories for the Orcs started appearing when Ghazghkull, the prophet of Gork and Mork, and the current most powerful Orc in the setting, rose to glory.
Who the hell is this? Oh my, bro, his teeth are ancient. Man, you need, bro, man, you need, like, bro, you need the ocean to rinse out this guy's mouth. Oh my god. Now, I do, I did hear that, like, the bigger the orc, the more, like, respected or the more powerful it is or something like that. Wowzers. I mean, he do look experienced. I mean, bro, he got all types of mold around his eye. Oh, man.
There was a Deathwatch star fortress called Fort Starshield that was in the path of Ghazghkull's armada. The Watch Captain sent a call for reinforcements before leading his outnumbered warriors to try board Ghazghkull's ship and assassinate him. The mission failed. The entire contingent of Deathwatch Astartes were killed and his star fort destroyed. Their corpses were impaled on metal spikes as a message to those who came after.
Sent the message!
They just need to have overwhelming numbers and target enemies that aren't that important. In the Brutal Cunning book, one of the few Orc-focused 40k novels out there, the Orcs within were able to force the evacuation of an entire Forge world and then were able to overrun it. During the battle, a Warlord Titan entered the engagement, however was taken out when some Orcs on a motorbike were able to perform the sickest jump ever and crash through its head, before butchering the crew.
Bro, that's one thing about the Orcs, and I'm sorry for pausing y'all, but that's one thing that I learned about the Orcs, bro. Man, they will team up on you, bro. Bro, they may be, like, their style may be weak and trash and bland, but man, they will work in numbers, bro. Bro, y'all seen that one video? Fight back, fight back. Bro, that's what the Orcs recreate, bro. They don't care how powerful you are, bro. They will legit jump you, bro. They take down dreadnoughts like that, bro. They just jump them.
So unapologetically orky and over the top that I actually rate the shit out of it. In both the second and third wars for Armageddon, the Orcs won many battles. Sometimes Yarrick would win and drive Ghazghkull off, sometimes Ghazghkull would win and capture Yarrick or defeat his men. There were so many battles, conflicts and wars during these planet-wide scuffles that it was hard to tell where one ended and the next begun. So whilst each war for Armageddon technically ended in Imperial victory as the Orcs were driven off, many hive cities fell and many battles were won by the Orcs, such as when they ambushed and almost wiped out the Celestial Lions. However, that was probably more the Inquisition's doing than the Orcs. A pretty fun one now. with the Orcs achieving victory over the Iron Warriors during the siege of Castellax. Castellax was an Iron Warrior world where they built a mighty fortress. However, their lead tech priest of the Dark Mechanicum fucking hated his Iron Warrior partners, as they kept taking his shit and treating him like a slave. So he sent out a signal to a nearby Orc armada that there was a good battle to be had at Castellax. The Orcs eagerly obliged. Despite how good the Iron Warriors are at defending, there was just too many Orcs. Layer by layer, the Iron Warriors' defenses fell, and with the rogue tech priest sabotaging a number of defenses in secret, it made it even harder for the Iron Warriors. Other issues included the Iron Warrior slaves leading an uprising. All of this resulted in the final fortress of Castellax being surrounded. The Warsmith didn't want to look like a bitch though, so he ordered the tech priest to teleport himself and his elite Terminators to the location of the Orc war boss to kill him in a final act of defiance and honor. The tech priest said, "Lamau, sure," and teleported only the Warsmith to the war boss, as well as disabled his Terminator armor, so all he could do was stand there raging as the war boss tore him limb from limb. As for his Terminator bodyguard, well, they were scattered into atoms in the warp. Yeah, the tech priest really fucking hated the Iron Warriors. The fortress fell, with only a handful of Iron Warriors escaping. The tech priest himself was infected with the Obliterator virus and was killed by the Iron Warriors he had betrayed. But yeah, pretty wild to see the Iron Warriors losing a siege to Orcs. Just goes to show that being a massive dick to everyone all the time will inevitably bite you in the ass.
I mean, well, that's obvious, but like, who likes the Iron Warriors? Who likes the Iron... Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. If you like the Iron Warriors, bro, you need a hug, bro. Come here, bro. Come get this hug. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I would never in my life ever look towards the Iron Warriors for anything. As a matter of fact, bro, if I was a Warhammer, bro, and like I said before, like, I'll be like Uncle Sam. I'll be like the IRS, just making stuff and, like, you know, taxing people and stuff like that, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm taxing these guys 75%. I'm taking their check completely, bro. And listen, I'm gonna stand behind the most powerful group / faction of them all, the Salamanders, because they wouldn't be able to touch me. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Next up is Tuska Demon-Killa, since he is winning more than anyone else right now. Tuska is a war boss that had an unusually high amount of weird boys in his war, which are like Orc Psykers.
Wow.
Because of this, he attracted a demon incursion on his ships while they were traveling through the warp. Tuska found the demons incredibly fun to fight and slay, so he got his weird boys to open up a path into the Eye of Terror for him and his war so they could keep crumping demons.
Yeah, man, his war.
Tuska tore through Chaos World after Chaos World, defeating the forces of each Chaos God until he reached the Khornite world, controlled by the Blood Prince. The demons of Khorne were mighty and Tuska's army was being slaughtered. Tuska himself took on the Blood Prince but couldn't match him and was struck down. However, before death came for him, I shit you not, he tore off the Blood Prince's cock and balls with his power claw. I'm not joking, that actually happened.
Bro, you a man, bro. Why would you do that? Bro, you know the pain that goes on down there. That's a very sensitive area, and you did that? Oh, yeah, bro. He's exiled. Look at his teeth. You know he's exiled. Yeah, he's exiled. Get him out of here. That's a low blow right there. You can't do that, bro. I don't care bro, I don't even care if the dude slapped your mom, bro. You cannot be aiming down there, bro. That's a sensitive spot, bro.
Khorne thought that was so hilarious and that Tuska was so funny that he resurrected Tuska and his war and teleported them outside his brass citadel, so that every day they may come back to life and fight another battle, much to Khorne's amusement. So even though Tuska lost against the Blood Prince, he had firstly defeated numerous Chaos armies on numerous Chaos worlds, and the end result of getting revived every day to fight demons is literally fucking heaven for an Orc. So in Tuska's mind, he is always winning, even when he loses.
Wow.
There was a conflict between the Orcs and the Imperium that ended in a ceasefire when the Tyranids arrived, both sides agreeing to team up against a significantly deadlier foe.
This right here, this battle, the Orcs versus the Tyranids, or I call them the termites. Bro, this battle right here, bro, there's so many of these Tyranids and there's so many of these Orcs, bro. Man, this battle will go on till... Man, like, bro, this battle would be like 30 years long, bro. No, longer. I forget, this is Warhammer, so every battle is at least like 100 million years. Bro, this battle, bro, will go on into infinity and beyond, bro. No Buzz Lightyear. Legit, I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking, for real.
Extremely well, as the Orcs charged in, using their usual brawn and brash tactics. As they did so, the Imperium would open up with mortars and long-range weaponry, as well as flanking with tanks and whatnot.
Dang.
The Tyranids didn't stand a chance and were crushed. As the human and Orc commanders met to discuss the ceasefire and likely peace agreement, the Orc apologetically betrayed the Imperial commander, ordering his Orcs to massacre the commander's men. The Orcs seemed genuinely regretful, saying, "Well, sorry mate, but like, obviously you were going to betray me as well, so I just beat you to it."
That's fair.
Couldn't trust an Orc,
That's fair. That's
and the
fair. That's
commander
fair. That's
said,
fair.
"Yes, of course." which was a lie. The human commander was going to peacefully end the war between the two sides. So yeah, a bit of a brutally cunning, or is it cunningly brutal moment.
I mean, well, can you blame him though? I mean, bro, the Orks, they're probably used to just getting like used and abused and stuff like that. And so they was like, you know what, before they use and abuse us, we might as well just like, you know, use and abuse them and trade on them before they do it on us. I understand with the Orks, but at the same time, I mean, I don't know. He looks like a Warhammer version of Jim Gordon a little bit. He looks like a young Warhammer version of Jim Gordon. I don't know why. He looks like an upstanding young man. That's what he looks like. But I mean, listen, bro, it is what it is.
Sad, actually. In Farsight's recent Arcs of Omen book, the Tau, Orks, and Chaos get into a three-way war. Now, generally, what would happen
Third party.
is the Orks would be defeated by Chaos, which would give the Tau an opening to kill the Chaos leader or stem the corruption, winning the war. That's pretty stock standard 40k formula. However, in this case, Farsight withdrew from the battle and he let the Orks and demons duke it out.
That's what I would do.
The Orks won, crushing the demonic armies before destroying all the pillars and relics and shit that was summoning them. It wasn't even like a Spec Ops Orc strike team took out the pillars. They just overwhelmed the Orks in straight up brawn. So, yay, go Orks. There are many examples of Orks doing a great job and being on the cusp of victory, like in the Brothers of Snake book. But if in the last few chapters the Space Marines just clutch it and win, then it doesn't count. But here's the real kicker. The moral of the story. Orks don't need to win battles to be winning. Victory is achieving one's objectives. The Orcs' only objective is to engage in the biggest and best battles available.
Yeah.
Every battle, whether or not they crump the enemy or get crumped, is a victory. They are just here to have a good time, with the current state of the 40k setting being a living paradise for them.
I told y'all.
Every moment is victory, so don't feel bad for Orc or Orc players. They're having just as good of a time, if not more so. If you enjoyed the video and
I mean, I wouldn't feel bad for him anyway. I mean, listen, I got some respect for Orcs. First of all, shout out to Majorkill. Make sure you guys go check him out down below in the description. Like, you know, the Orcs, they kind of grown me. You know, they got like a respectful way at looking at battle and stuff like that. So I'll give them some props. But at the end of the day, man, you guys know what team I'm riding for. The Salamanders of that, man. Comment down below, man. What do you guys think about this video? Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel. And